Once there was a boy named Harold. Harold lived in a building where everyone had a pet. Even Harold. Harold had a pet seed. Harold's pet was quiet. And I don't have to clean up after it either, Harold said proudly. Often Harold and his pet seed watched television together. And every Sunday, Harold would take his seed for a walk. And when Harold said, "Stay, stay," the seed always stayed. Harold wasn't expecting anyone.
Well, here we are. I know, don't trip on the...
Wait a minute, guys. Harold, you're not making the most of your pet.
And Harold said, "I'm not?"
No, you're
no
certainly
way,
not.
Did you know your pet can do amazing things, like make food for itself and for you?
Harold said, "Oh."
But first, you have to get your seed to grow.
And Harold thought,
No. The seed grows into a plant. Inside this seed is a tiny plant called an embryo.
I remember when I was a seed. Those were the days.
Look, there's the embryo. Isn't that great?
Beautiful.
but Harold couldn't see. "I can't see anything."
Sure you can.
And Harold disappeared right inside his seed. Wow. And what's this stuff?
Food.
Food? Harold wondered.
Right again. It's stored there by the mother plant to feed the seed until it can grow its own food. That's the seed coat.
I said it first.
Terrific. That's the hard covering that protects the little plant embryo inside the seed.
And Harold said, "It's hard, all right. Now, how do I get it open?"
Patience, Harold. The seed coat only opens when water touches the seed and the plant grows. In order to grow and keep on growing, seeds have to be placed where they get food called nutrients, like in the soil, and seeds need warmth. And do you know what else they need?
Water?
Exactly.
Harold wondered, how long does it take for the plant to start to grow?
Oh, from a few days to a few weeks.
I do have to clean up my room, and Saturday I was going to...
Okay. Then we'll speed things up.
Boy, Harold said, that plant pushed hard. Whoa!
Ah, that's the part that pushes out through the seed coat first. The roots.
Yes, the roots dig down into the soil to hold the plant in place. Oh, you put that very nicely. I like the way you said it. And to keep it from being blown away by the wind. Yeah, I think you put your root on it.
Just then, Harold heard a noise. The roots are taking water and nutrients from the soil.
That's so the plant can grow strong and tall. You know, Harold, soon another part of the new plant comes out from the top of the seed.
Uh-oh.
There it goes.
That's the shoot, Harold. The shoot pushes the plant higher towards the sunlight.
Gosh, my pet's getting more exciting all the time.
Oh, but it'll get even more exciting.
Exciting.
Your plant will grow even more, but first, it needs food.
And Harold said, "Will this do?"
No, green plants make their own food.
Really?
How?
I didn't know that.
Remember how the roots took in water and nutrients found in the soil?
And Harold remembered.
From the roots, the water and nutrients move into the shoot where they travel through small tubes right into the leaves. So the food making, called photosynthesis, takes place in the leaves.
Photosynthesis.
Right. During photosynthesis, the plant takes in a gas called carbon dioxide out of the air and through its leaves.
"What does carbon dioxide look like?" asked Harold.
Well, we can't see or smell it, but here, let's pretend. Let's say these bubbles are the carbon dioxide.
"Look!" exclaimed Harold. "The plant's taking in the carbon dioxide right through tiny holes in its leaves."
Yes, and in the leaves, there's a chemical called chlorophyll.
Chlorophyll is what makes plants like me green.
A very attractive shade of green.
Oh, thank you. I'm
Next, the chlorophyll traps the carbon dioxide and mixes it with the water and nutrients brought up from the soil through the shoot. But to make food, the chlorophyll also needs energy from the sun. If the plant is in the sun, it keeps making food all the time.
Do green plants make all the food they need?
Actually, they make more than they need. Want to know where they store the extra food?
Of course.
Where?
Different plants store food in their different parts, like in the roots. Some of the plants you eat are roots. For example, carrots, radishes, and beets are all roots.
A puzzled Harold asked, what about flowers? Are they there just to make the plant look pretty?
No, not at all. No way.
The flower is the part of the plant that makes seeds. That swollen part at the base of the flower is called the ovary. The seeds grow inside the ovary. Then the ovary becomes a fruit. As it changes, it gets bigger
And bigger and bigger until it blows up.
No, till it turns into a fruit. As the fruit grows, the flower dries up and falls off.
Oh.
Harold, what kinds of fruit do you like?
And Harold named, apples, strawberries, peaches, and oranges. And those all have seeds.
I have seeds, too. I'm a fruit.
You and me both. The seeds inside of fruits are ready to grow into new plants.
Unless we eat them first, mumbled Harold. But the seeds we don't eat, how do they get around to places where they can grow?
Of course, seeds used to grow food crops are planted by people, but seeds get around lots of other ways, too.
Birds take them back to their nest, but they drop some. The wind also carries seeds to new places.
Even animals carry seeds, so they don't know it.
Wow, my pet seed can do lots of things the neighbor's pets can't do. And Harold told his seed, who was now a plant, you really are important.
Me? Us?
Sure, Harold answered, because everything we eat comes from plants, or animals that eat plants. No living thing could survive without you.
Oh, shucks.
Nothing really. I mean, it is
Well, it is
something.
something. Yeah, I think it's-
Enjoy your plants, Harold.
You think about this. Oh, that's the bad one.
Now Harold has lots of pets, and he loves them. He wouldn't trade them for... Funny, Harold wasn't expecting anyone. And Harold said, No, Harold wouldn't trade any other pet in the world for one of his amazing seeds.
I like